So there I was, guys, minding my own business, you know, just doing my thing. When it occurred to me in the back of my head that there's a guy in my Discord server who desperately hates the Majin form and doesn't want the Majin form to be canon, despite the fact that it's like in the manga and everything. And he's like, "Oh, well, Sin DT retconned Majin form, so Majin form never existed." Now, that hurt my very soul, ladies and gentlemen. You obviously know this, to be sure. But that was there thinking to myself, minding my own business one day, when I thought recently, hang on a minute, Sin DT doesn't retcon Majin form. Because the specific statement here for Sin DT in both Dante and Virgil's actual Sin DT forms is quite interesting. I'm not going to show you the picture on the screen because I'm trying to get this done like as quickly as possible. We will have a picture of Virgil's because Virgil's does basically say what it is if I'm not mistaken. If not, I'll fix that. So what it specifically says for Virgil and Dante's Sin DT is that it's their true form. Now, Majin form was Dante's like full demonic power. That's what we kind of considered it as for the most part. So Sin DT doesn't counter or retcon Majin form. Majin form is still just Dante's full demonic power, or like just a more powerful devil trigger. Sin DT doesn't counter that. Now that might be a little confusing because obviously Sin DT is a stronger devil trigger. So why does Sin DT not directly retcon Majin form's existence? Well, it's because Sin DT isn't actually a devil trigger. Again, for both the characters, it's their true form. This is important to understand because Dante and Virgil are not full demons nor full humans. This was brought up by Arkham in DMC3 when he's insulting Virgil. He outright tells him that there's human and demonic blood mingling through his veins. As in, he's never going to be one or the other. His true self is half and half. I think Arkham even calls him an incomplete being at his core. So, notice how Sin DT gets awakened in both Dante and Virgil. It's by Dante absorbing demonic power into his humanity, essentially, that's what it does. As Nico herself puts it, rebellion is supposed to merge man and demon. And Virgil gets it when V forces himself back into Urizen. As a result, Sin DT isn't really born from any sort of demonic power, it's born from humanity. Wow, what happened there? It's born from being human and demonic at the same time, a mixture of the two. That's not what Majin form was. Majin form was just a more powerful devil trigger that came out when Dante was about to die. It was never something uniquely tied to his existence of being human and demon. It was just a more powerful DT. And as a result of that, Sin Devil Trigger doesn't counter or retcon Majin form, it's just a separate transformation entirely. So it's perfectly well within canon, or at least from what we'll call canon, because I consider Majin form canon. Certain people, Mangler, don't. But you could easily just say that Dante currently right now has Devil, well, he doesn't have a Devil Trigger form anymore, he has Sin Devil Trigger, it's kind of replaced both of them at this point. But like, if you really wanted to separate his forms, because the game does, you could easily argue Dante has a Devil Trigger, a Sin, or a Majin form, and then a Sin Devil Trigger. But from what I understand, Sin Devil Trigger now gets rid of all the other transformations regardless. Either way, Sin Devil Trigger is not a retcon for Majin form. They're two separate. They're like, at least we can easily take them as two separate things, since Majin form was never truly fleshed out to be a mixture of the two, and Sin Devil Trigger is like fleshed out to be their true forms of human and demonic. They do reference demonic a little more, but that's because they obviously have to transform into the Devil Trigger, quote unquote. It is referred to as a Sin Devil Trigger, but it wouldn't be a retcon the Majin form because it requires humanity. As far as we know, Majin form never did. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always. Have a nice day. Just a quick little theory video, or at least quick little thoughts on the matter. So yeah, thank you for your time as always, and have a nice day.